Hello, everybody. How's it going? This is Tommy Lee here, chiming in from beautiful Honolulu, Hawaii. And I hope every single one of you guys out there is just being really safe and hope you enjoyed your holidays. And even with all of this chaos and confusion and things happening nowadays, I really decided to kind of pull off of social media a lot and just focus on my health and family and our business. But I can honestly say that even with all the craziness that's happening, I've never been more excited than ever before. And I think 2021 is gonna promise to be the most opportunistic year of all time. And for those of you guys that know me, I've spent the last 26 years of my life traveling around the world, doing a lot of stage work, and because of that, got to spend a lot of time backstage and hanging out and rubbing elbows with some really super influential people who are achievers and super achievers. And our chairman and co-founder, my personal mentor and best friend, a gentleman named Mr. Danny Bay, has really challenged us to spend the last 21 days of this year sharing some of that knowledge and those pearls of wisdom with anyone that would care to listen in. And so we're calling it 21 Days to 2021, and it's gonna be just short little videos that I'm gonna make. I'm not a professional camera guy or whatnot. I wish you guys could see my setup here. I've got like one of those little things that hold your cell phones, and just choose to pick areas around the island that is really gonna help warm you guys up for those of you guys that are in a freezing cold place like Korea or Japan or the East Coast, or maybe in Houston, Texas. So with that being said, what are we gonna do in this next 21 days? My goal is just to share some of the most things that I've learned in the last 26 years that were the most impactful things that made a big difference for me, and see if it might not make a difference for somebody that cares to listen in out there. And some of the topics I'm probably going to be covering are setting up a game plan for 2021, having a right mindset for success, getting an attitude of gratitude, definitely going to touch on some communication skills, building relationships, time management, leadership, systems, pipelines. Definitely going to include a lot of food in the next 21 days, so stay tuned for that. Maybe we'll even have some cooking Hawaiian style with Brother Tommy Lee. Your health, your family, friends, some of the branding and marketing strategies that we've learned from some of the gurus in the industry. And then, of course, a general having a mindset, like a success mindset, learning how to become emotionally intelligent, or what we call EQ, not your IQ, and living a residual life. And so this is not just about business or money or success. It's really about your health and your relationships and your happiness. And so I really want to invite every single one of you guys from my heart to just listen in. If you got some time, I'll try to keep it short. And today was an introductory video, but I do want to leave some kind of a value add for everyone that take some of your precious time to watch this short video. Is the life formula. At a very young age, at least 17 years old it was for me, so 5 years ago, just kidding, I got taught at a very young age the life formula. And the life formula is simple. This is what everybody's doing. I don't care if it's your relationships or your health or your business. You're putting in some kind of effort into some kind of a plan, and you're getting some kind of an outcome. Effort into a plan equals an outcome. And basically you're gonna get one of three results: something that's really, really good, something that's kind of okay, and something that's not so desirable. And it doesn't matter where it's happening now. All you've got to do is be able to break this formula down. And if your life is perfect, and I mean it's good, you've got perfect health, perfect finances, your relationships are perfect, everything is perfect, then well, by all means, please stop watching this video. And if you're in a situation where, hey, you know what, things could be better, I want to have more, become more, do more, achieve more, I want to be healthier, I wish my relationships were better, then you definitely got somewhere to improve. It's the danger spot is being everything is okay. And when people are like, hey, everything's all good in the hood and I don't want anything to change, well, guess what? That's probably the worst place to be in life. Even if you're not willing to learn something new every day, you're probably getting stupider. And the reason why is because brain cells die every single day. So if you don't learn something new every single day, you're getting more stupid, okay? So what about your effort? Most people are not lazy, okay? And so the reason why they're not having a success in whatever they're trying to achieve is usually not a lack of effort. It's either a lack of desire maybe, or to, more importantly, I would say 90% of the time, it's their plan. And we all know that when it comes to 2021 has already begun, right? And so if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. And the other thing you got to ask yourself is, okay, if you want to have a different change in life, in order to have the things you never had before, you got to start doing some of the things you never done before. In order to, I'll tell you guys right now, maybe you're trying something new and a lot of people are going to tell you you're crazy. But what my mentor taught me is that, hey, guess what? Crazy people do crazy things. They make crazy money, right? Or they live a crazy lifestyle. Normal people do normal things and they live a normal lifestyle. So those of you guys that follow me on Instagram or we're friends on Facebook, and you see that, we're very blessed and lucky to have the kind of friends that we have and experiences that we get to travel around the world and meet some very interesting people, and we've eaten some pretty incredibly ridiculous things and drank some incredibly ridiculous things, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. I mean, I look at the friends and the circle of influence that I have now, and I met them all, and I've had these experiences because I was willing to just stop and learn and pay attention. So ask yourself, who made your plan? I've got my really expensive eraser over here, my N95 mask, and I want to leave you guys with something that really has impacted me in a big, big way. Because when it comes to anything you guys do, we're chasing after success. And on the other hand of that is failure. And when it comes to success and failure, guys, it's very simple, is that we got to start managing our decisions. And as we understand that every single decision you make in life is going to bring you one step closer towards success or one step closer towards failure. Now, Mr. Jim Rohn says when it comes to success and failure, success doesn't happen daily, or it doesn't happen in a day, it happens daily. And it takes a long time to generate a success. And failure, well, the good thing about failure is, guys, failure takes a long time to become a failure, and nobody's a failure until you die. You actually have to die in order to become a failure, where people will look at your tombstone and say, here lies a failure. But at the same time, success, it takes a long time to become a success. It doesn't happen overnight. Everybody's in a microwave oven world. We want everything to happen instantly. Let me give you an example, okay? Jim Rohn talks about what success is. Little disciplines practice over a long period of time will cause you to have a successful outcome. And little errors and judgments over a long period of time will cause you to be a failure. Now, today, if we ate a quarter pounder with cheese, well, you're not gonna die, but try eating a quarter pounder with cheese every single day for 25 years. And we'll see if you're around 25 years from now to even tell the story. And it doesn't matter how old you are. Some people are saying, well, it's too late for me. I'm already 40 years old. I'm already 50 years old. I'm already retired. Hey, guess what? Mr. Colonel Sanders started off when he was age 65 years old. And he got his first retirement check, and it was like $150. And he says, this is not going to do. And he didn't have anything. He didn't have a lot of resources. He had a white suit, and he had a really good chicken recipe. And so what he started knocking on doors. And the first doors that he knocked on, he knocked on the door, they opened the doors, and he said, I'm Colonel Sanders. I got the greatest chicken recipe in the world, and I'll give it to you, and all you got to do is give me a percentage of every single piece of chicken that you sell. And they slammed the door in his face, and he knocked on another door, and another door, and another door. And obviously, we know that Colonel Sanders is a major success today. He ended up knocking on 1,009 doors, by the way. So I'm just here to tell you guys, more of the story is, it's never too late to turn your health around. It's never too late to start working on your relationships. And even with all of the COVID-19 and the crazy things that are happening, guys, my mentors taught me from chaos creates opportunity. And there's a lot of companies and businesses and people getting or in distress right now, are getting closed. And there's a lot of people getting furloughed, and they're getting laid off from their jobs, and they're really struggling. But there's also a lot of companies, okay, so maybe some of them making PPE kind of stuff are taking advantage of the situation. Now, you can't worry about the things that are out of your control. We got taught, worry about the things that are in your control. And if you just focus on those things that you can control and come up with a better game plan, then you could have a success. But you've got to determine your why. You know, if you don't figure out your why, my mentor said, hey, Tommy, if you're not currently fighting for something you're willing to die for, you're already dead. We can't give you a shot of alcohol or an injection or something that's going to really give you desire or help you to find your burning goals of why you're alive in this world. You've got to be willing to search for and identify that thing that makes your heart beat fast. Anyone who's a parent will know this. You'd probably sacrifice your very life for your children, right? If you got a call from a doctor and say, hey, come on down to the hospital, you got to make a 5-minute decision. Your kid's heart has failed. But if you jump on this gurney right now, we'll knock you out, take your heart out, give it to your kid. You die, they live. How many of you guys would sit there honestly and say, well, let me think about this. He didn't make the honor roll last quarter. And you remember that time you spilled ketchup on the carpet and didn't tell anybody? No. You're like, here we go, doc, cut me open, right? And so surrendering to your purpose and really deciding where you want to be a year from now and 5 years from now and 10 years from now. I mean, that's a little far out there. We got to learn right now how to have a good year. And Jim Rohn, same guy we'll mention a lot because we learned a lot from this gentleman, who's probably one of the most iconic business philosophers in United States history and around the world. Will tell you, how do you have a good year? Well, first you have to learn how to have a good second. Have a good first minute. That's it. 1 minute. Can you have 60 seconds of doing hard, focused, energized, motivated work at your goal? And if you could just learn how to have a good minute, a series of good minutes will lead you to a good hour. And series of good hours will lead you to a good day, and a series of good days to a good week, and a good weeks it will lead you to months, and a series of good months will obviously lead you to a good year. But if you can't learn how to have a good 10 minutes, whether it's exercise or loving on somebody or showing gratitude or making a change in your life, or even listening to a video like this, hey guys, I promise you, maybe even tuning into some of these types of videos and positive things is a lot better than watching what all the chaos and bad news that's in a newspaper. We all know that there's no news in the good and no good in the news, right? So how are we going to get out of this situation? How are we going to have a better 2021? What we got taught was getting out of your comfort zone. And most people are very comfortable with the situation that you're in. And to get out of your comfort zone, you got to choose one of the two pains. And the first pain is, like we discussed, is discipline. And guys, it's not hard to discipline yourself because discipline only weighs ounces, right? But if you don't choose the first pain, you will choose the second pain by default, and that is the pain of regret. And regret, guys, it weighs tons. And the richest place in the world is the cemetery. So don't be that person that's like, I coulda, shoulda, woulda, didn't. There's so many people out there that are taking action like they never did before, that they're sick and tired of being sick and tired. And they're just like, man, if all these bad things are happening around us and all those things are out of my control, but yet there's people out there who are living the lifestyle that I want to live or living in the house that I want to live. I'm just telling you guys, hey, I'm no super mega success guru. I'm not telling you to get the messenger in the way of the message. I'm not trying to claim I've got a perfect life or perfect health. I live in a 24-hour pain after shattering my spine, as many of you guys know. But I'm here to tell you guys that I did have a rare opportunity to learn from some of the people that absolutely dominate their industries and the super achievers that were willing to share with us. And if the value add for you guys is you don't have to spend thousands of dollars and time in airplanes and hotels traveling the world to collect this information. You could just tune into Facebook or Instagram and click on a video and get that information for free. All it's going to cost you is a little bit of time and attention. So I want to encourage you guys right now to really draw a line in the sand, understand that 2021 has already begun, and to get out a blank sheet of paper, a slate, and let's start identifying some goals of where do you want to be health-wise? Where do you want to be career-wise or your success? Where do you want to be a year from now with your family and relationships? How about spiritually? Where do you want to be? And if you guys just start first identifying where you are and where you are not, that's the first step. It's the GPS system. If you pull up a GPS coordinate, it can't tell you the directions of where to go unless you have your 2 pins, where you are and where you want to go. Most people just let things happen. John C. Maxwell, he'll tell you straight up. He's one of the world's greatest best-selling authors and mentors on leadership. But he'll tell you, do you just get through the day, or do you get from the day? And I never understood that until we learned that. If you take a look at your life, there's so many people out there like get through the day, 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 get through the day. And then one day they just die. They hit the end of the road, guys. Right? They're just letting life happen. And that was me. Until my mentor, Mr. Danny Bay, said, hey, Tommy, for the next 30 days, I want you to write down every single thing you've done every single day, from the moment you wake up to what you ate for breakfast, what you did after that. You went to the bank, ran errands, you went to work, all the way to the point you went to sleep for 30 days. Humor me on this one and just log it down. And then what he had me do was to go through that list and look at all the things that were marked down just getting through the day or solving a problem of the past, versus going out there and taking action projected at some point in the future. See, guys, we're all busy. We all got things going on. But what if you had the discipline to carve out maybe 5% or maybe 15 minutes or 20 minutes is all you had to spare, right? And you wanted to go out there and force yourself to put aside time to put 5% of your day into your health, 5% of your day into your personal development or business or changing your attitude or doing something different. And you project it at, let's say, December 25th, Christmas 2021. And the next day comes and 5% of your day is projected at Christmas 2021. And the next day and the next day and the next day. Well, ladies and gentlemen, lo and behold, one day that Christmas will come next year. And what a Christmas it'll be for you. It'll be a totally different life. And versus doing a repeat. If you keep on doing what you've always been doing, you're going to continue to get what you've always got. The key to life is to find somebody that has what you want. Do exactly what they do, and you'll get what they got. See, everything that you need to know to become successful has already been done before. It's already been said before. And all you've got to do is find somebody that has that result, go where they go, do what they do, say what they say, and inevitably, you're going to get what they got. But the problem is, most people out there, they take advice from the wrong people instead of seeking for advice from the right people. If you want to solve a math problem, ask a mathematician. You want a medical problem solved? Ask a doctor. You want to become wealthy? Follow, listen, read, and model and mimic after wealthy people. Hey, guess what, guys? Don't ask me how to be tall. I can't help you there. Don't ask the guy who's out of shape and obese on how to be ripped and in shape. That just don't make sense. But in life, almost on the daily, people take advice from the wrong people. Do you guys know that book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus? You know that dude got like divorced multiple times? Don't read that book. I'm just telling you guys right now, find that person that has the result and just do what they do, and you're gonna have a better result. So I hope that this short video helped somebody out there to really get some value. And in the next 20 days, the next 20 videos from now until the fireworks go off at New Year's Eve, I promise to change the background and share with you guys some of my secret recipes. I promise to share with you guys some amazing spots around Hawaii, my home island of Oahu, maybe from a boat or a waterfall or a nice beach. And I promise you guys it's going to be a lot of fun. So I appreciate your time, and I wish every single one of you guys a warm holidays. Please stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care and aloha.